As we were pioneering the church in the valley of Los Chios, 9,000 feet in the Andes, I just sensed that the Holy Spirit wanted to do a mighty work all over Ecuador, not just in one location. And let me tell you a story about what the overseer did through a baseball cap. A baseball cap? How could that be possible that God could do a miracle through a baseball cap? Well, the overseer had a plan. He brought all the leaders together and all the pastors of Ecuador, and he said, I have thought about putting names of places that have not been reached in Ecuador yet on the baseball cap. And what I'd like you to do, when I hold this baseball cap up, I want you to just choose one. And you're going to commit yourself to 1 year of praying and trying to do something in the area that is named on your baseball cap. Well, we had already been planting churches and already been doing works, and so I didn't want to take everything. I wanted the other pastors to have a chance to do something as well. So he held up the first baseball cap, and it was silent. Nobody chose the baseball cap. And I thought, that's odd. But I didn't want to take it because I wanted somebody else to have a chance to be blessed like I have been. He held up another baseball cap, and nobody took it. I looked around and I thought, maybe they're not understanding. This is a time of faith. This is a time that we can believe God to do something mighty through a baseball cap. Well, when he held up that third cap, I couldn't hold out any longer. I jumped up and I said, we'll do something. Well, at least pray about this area. And when he gave me the baseball cap, it said Galapagos. And I thought, how great is that? At the roots of Darwinism, to pray about a work. Pastors came up to me and patted me on the back and said, we're sure glad you got the Galapagos. It takes a lot of money to go to the Galapagos. And I said, it's going to take money to do it? He said, yes, a lot, because it's an island. I said, just how much money would God spend for a lost soul on the Galapagos? I said, I'll spend $1, I'll find $1, we'll do something on the Galapagos Islands. And we started praying over that island. And the Holy Spirit just prompted me while I was on my knees praying. He said, get up and go, because God's the God of go. I've told people that the first 2 letters of his name is go. Satan, first 3 letters of his name is sat. So if you're going or satin, depends who you're listening to. God said go to the islands. I took the overseer, we rented a hotel on that island, San Cristobal. 6,000 people live on that island. Some of you are surprised. I didn't know people lived on the islands. 25,000 people live on 4 islands of the Galapagos, and God is caring about the hearts of every one of them. And if God cares about one soul, he'll spend what he needs to spend to reach that one soul, no matter where it is. So we went to that island and rented that hotel room and began to pray and fast in that room. And as we fasted and prayed, the Holy Spirit poured himself out in a mighty way. I lost track of time. When the Holy Spirit released us from prayer, I got up and I opened the door, and 3 hotel workers fell into the hotel room because they were listening at the keyhole. And one of them said, is that you praying for our island? I said, yes, God has commanded us to come and let you know that he loves you. He said, can we know this God? And we led the 3 of them to the Lord at that moment. And one of their names, Stalin Lenin. Could you imagine? What did he do wrong that his parents would name him such a communistic name? But God that day gave him a new name.